Hey there everybody, hope your day is going well. It's your creative old school gaming here, and welcome back to another Thoughtful Thursday. Oh wow. So well, more entitled stories, and before I get into my own story, let me read a handful of stories from Reddit, then I can get into my own story, and then some comment shoutouts. So, let me shimmy on over this way. Then the stories can just show up right here. And hopefully I remember to actually stay here. Hopefully. Anyway, the first one, let's see. My entitled friend told me I look bloated. Okay. So I guess this is a double post because two things happened with this friend last night. First, some background knowledge. I'm 27 years old, weigh 119. I suffer from body dysmorphia, and this is something my friend knows. She weighs 130, and she always talks about wanting to lose weight and exercise, but never does so. For me, I'm very big on portion control, and I exercise every day with going on a mile walk, and I attend yoga on Thursdays. Yeah, you ever notice that, people, like, how I've seen some people with a beer gut, and they're just, I want to lose weight, and yet they're drinking a six-pack of beer every single night. It's just, why do you think they call it a beer gut? I realize that there's some, body chemistry going on that makes the beer gut, and it's not just beer. There's those people who are always complaining about, I want to lose weight, yet they never do anything to actually lose the weight. Yeah, if you want results, you're going to have to work for them. No results, or no work, no results. It's simple as that. Okay. Last night, my friend and I were going out for dinner. I'm getting married this fall, and it's a very small-scale wedding. It will only be up to 50 to 60 people. My friend asked me if her boyfriend can come to my wedding, as she's always talking to him about it. From what she told me, her boyfriend is a horrible person. He's very verbally and mentally abusive. I wish she had the courage to leave him. I guess now they are doing well because she hasn't told me anything bad in a while. But my mind is made up from all the horrible stuff I heard. He's not coming to my wedding. Oh, wow. I don't blame you. My friend told me that he also made a nasty, ignorant comment about Koreans that they all look the same. My fiancé, he is Korean, and I love him and his family way too much to let some ignorant ass attend our wedding. I don't blame you. And, yeah, I think the whole reason that people stay in abusive relationships, whether it's verbally, mentally, physically, or myself included, is because of the fear of being alone. Which really, we need to, shut that out. It's just, okay, yeah, if I'm alone for the rest of my life, so be it. I really don't care. I'll be alone and at least happy. Simple as that. I simply told my friend that I don't feel comfortable if he attends due to the stuff I've heard about him. She instantly looked sad and disappointed. She told me that it's awkward because he really wants to come to my wedding and doesn't know what to say when he asks about my wedding. In actuality, my friend never let me meet him or hang out with him. She always keeps me far away from him. According to her, the only way I can hang out with him is when my fiancé comes back from South Korea. Because in her words, everyone will be comfortable when my fiancé is there. Back from that little side note, I told my friend that I'm sorry, but he's not invited. Luckily, conversation shifted after that, but it was terribly awkward, and I'm sure this isn't the last time we talk about this. Why in the hell would you want a stranger at your wedding, period? Someone you've never met and you've only heard terrible things about. Which, okay, with the benefit of the doubt, your friend could be exaggerating about how terrible and horrible your friend really is. It's a possibility, but maybe it's not. Either way, you've never met this person. Why in the hell would you want someone the only person that maybe you've never met and had a long-standing conversation with that you'd want at your wedding is the official or officiator or the person who essentially says, okay, you two are now married. whatever the hell the term would be, but that's the only quote-unquote stranger. I mean, you would still meet that person and set the time and, like, okay, these are what you want said, these are the vows, okay, let's go. Wow. Okay. We went to dinner to the Cheesecake Factory. I don't even think there's one near me. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't really go. I don't much. I'm not exactly lactose intolerant. I just don't care for cheesecake. I try to watch how much cheese I put in. I had a bit of dinner and saved my cheesecake for when I get home and for tomorrow. My friend finished all her food plus the cheesecake. We decided to go to Marshall's afterwards. As we were shopping, I heard my friend ask me, "Did you get your period?" Oh, please tell me she whispered that. That would be really awkward just to yell in the middle of a public store. "Did you get your period?" What? Wow. I am expected to get it in 2 days. I panicked and looked down to see if I was bleeding, then looked up realizing I was safe and didn't have it. I asked her, "No, why?" And she quickly said, "It's nothing, don't worry." I said to her, "But there's a reason why you asked." And she said, "Well, it's because you look really bloated." Rude. I didn't expect to hear that, and I was really shocked. She then said, "Well, we eat a lot, maybe that's why." I didn't say anything and ignored her. You literally just ate. And I've never really eaten at the Cheesecake Factory, but it's not exactly, vegan, vegetarian, healthy food or some crap. There's going to be, like, a little bit of grease, which can make you look a little bloated. A little grease and fat and sugar and salt and all that stuff. Okay. I know some friends comment on each other's weights and bodies. Our friendship isn't one of those friendships. We never comment on each other's bodies, as I know she has her own body issues. I told my mom all this, and she thinks my friend did this out of petty revenge because I'm not letting her boyfriend come to my wedding. Overall, I'm just shocked and upset by last night, and I would love to hear everyone's opinions. Well, mine would be that, yeah, I think your mom's right. Your mom is right, because your friend is just upset that you won't let a complete and total stranger into your wedding, which is honestly ridiculous. Because, like, the opposite, whatever the opposite of these, like a victim mentality, it's like your friend has that and just expects you to take her side because she's a victim of an abusive relationship. I mean, hell, I've been on the receiving end of abuse in many relationships, but I never ever would force my friends to just be like, "Oh, well, we're gonna do things my way because I'm in a bad way." No, absolutely not. Or hell, maybe that's just me. Yeah, but wow. Okay. Yeah. I was I don't want to say ultimatum, but that's kind of what you have to put onto the table. Just, hey, listen, this is my wedding, and only people that I know are coming to the wedding. I'm not having some total stranger show up at the wedding. If you try to show up with your boy, like, hell, definitely talk to, like, security at the venue, or, like, maybe consider getting security for your wedding venue to make sure that only people on the list get past the doors, and anyone who doesn't, they can be told to leave or the police will be called. Simple as that. And trespassing is a felony. At least if you're in the U.S., I don't know. I don't know about other countries, but yeah, anyway. Let's just move on to the next story. Okay, my entitled brother threw a massive fit just because he was mad I bought a house. Oh, this is a long one, apparently. Yeah, I'm aware of several similar stories involving entitled family members wanting houses they have no claim to, but I guess this stuff really happens, and it's not a picnic when it does. I suddenly became a homeowner some time ago because a friend of mine's grandfather was moving to Florida, and his house was ripe for picking. I knew the old man well, rest in peace. He passed a few months later from a sudden stroke. Oof, that sucks. Anyway, he offered the house and property to me for $200K. That sounds pretty good. Okay, but how big is it, though? I practically ran to the bank to apply for the loan. The house is a manufactured home from the 80s. Okay, but it was remodeled repeatedly by the former owner and has a separate garage building? Oh, is it like one of those mobile homes that was like put onto a plot of land and then like nailed down or something? Something like that. Instead of still being mobile, it's like put into foundations instead of like, oh hey, it can just be lifted up and taken away whenever, kind of thing. Okay, the home and property could have gone for more, but he offered the house to me because he knew I'd take care of it. I had 30K saved that made a good down payment, and I was happy to leave my apartment. I don't blame you. I wanted to eventually move out of there after what my cheating ex did anyway, but that's a story for another time. Oh, I can definitely empathize with you there. I've been cheated on most of my goddamn past relationships. Yeah, just honestly, we figure it one chance only. You screw up, okay, get the hell out of my life permanently. Now, as for my brother, well, he went bonkers when he found out I bought a house. Bonkers in a good way, or well, I guess not, because you post this in entitled people. He had this repeated history of copycatting me for the past decade. But there's no way in hell he could copycat buying a house with his terrible credit and inconsistent income. And he got in an argument with me over how I was just trying to make him look bad by doing something he couldn't. No, I just wanted a damn house. Yeah, exactly. And the price was too good to refuse. That as well. Then he told me I should have turned it down because he had no good reason. I could practically see his screws getting looser with every dumbass excuse he made as to why I shouldn't have done it. But I pointed out all those excuses were just because I did something he currently can't. When I bought the house, it had nothing to do with him. I just wanted to be a homeowner for the security and extra space. Yeah. I finally don't have this to store my camper at my parents' house, and I have a garage that I can store stuff and tinker in. Yeah, even better. I bought a camping cot, he bought a camping cot. Went to the gym, he went to the gym. Bought good booze, he bought good booze. Or stole it from me. I bought a new TV, he bought a new TV. I bought a truck, he bought a truck. I bought a camper, he bought a camper. I bought a used portable DVD player, he bought a used portable DVD player. I went camping in a specific place, he went camping in that specific place. I bought a house, he... 404 error, insert tea kettle noises and Benny Hill chase. Okay, that's funny. He also acted like a complete child toward me when he built his mini Ram thing. He actually confronted me and said it was cooler than my boring Tundra because it was something original. I swear, he did the dumbest mods to that vehicle, like putting twist studs in the suspension coils to raise the ride height. Why? I mean, what's the logical point in doing that? Maybe I don't understand that, because my brain actually has a working logic center. Well, after weeks of openly fuming about me being a homeowner, my brother suddenly acted like he had another brilliant idea. Oh no. He wanted to move in with me. I laughed at him. Then he ended up demanding I rent one of my rooms to him, and for only $200 a month, utilities included, because he shouldn't have to pay any more than that since we're family. Excuse me? Blood doesn't exactly pay the bills. Who the hell? He flipped his lid when I said F no. I don't blame you. Then he got our parents involved again. Only this time they actually sided with him at first. That was mainly our mother. She and my brother showed up demanding I let my brother move in. My brother had a poop-eating grin on his face that I could tell he was thinking he was getting his way thanks to Mommy Dearest. I said F no to both their faces. My mother cried that I was using foul language to her and being an ass when I had the space now. I called my dad, and he told my mom that he'd warned her I wouldn't do it. Wait, so... Wow, okay, so Mom was just trying to guilt trip you with, like, Mom feelings. My mom's tried to do that to me a few times. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you, but you have done that before. Yeah. And to leave me the hell alone. Mom whined my brother was living out of his camper next to a shabby house he was renting space from. I said that wasn't my problem to fix. Right, yeah, because if you just hand people something and keep giving them handout after handout after handout, they're not going to be able to fend for themselves at all. You need to let people, like, hey, maybe you're going to hit rock bottom. Once you pick yourself up, you will know how to pick yourself up. You don't constantly need help every 5 minutes. And my brother has proven countless times that he cannot be trusted. My brother was fuming to the point of being red with veins popping out. My mom tried one more time to convince me with tears, and that just made me angrier. Yeah, the mom guilt trip doesn't always work, especially when you know someone's trying to manipulate you. Yeah. I went on a rant that was something like this. Bro can't buy a house, so he wanted to invade mine. I refused to ever live with my brother again. I would sooner live in the woods without electricity than with him. He's intentionally irritating as all hell. If I had him as a roommate, I just knew he'd steal my booze, take my stuff, and invade my privacy non-stop. Not effing happening. Yeah, I don't blame you, because, I mean, hell, I'm like with my little sister. Yeah, we fought a few times growing up, and honestly, the most annoying part was that she was always trying to copy what I was doing. But then again, that's what little siblings do. I mean, hell, now that we're adults, we get along just fine. We're each our own individual person. And, hell, if we actually moved in together, things would be just fine. But your situation sounds way different. No matter how many tears Mom tries using on me. My mom broke down, finally conceded she'd never convince me after that rant, and she had to take my brother by the hand and leave with him because he initially refused to go, kept begging her to turn back and make me let him move in. Then I yelled to him that it was a laugh because he called me a mama's boy before, because he'd become exactly that. And this was just like the time he tried to get our mother to make me trade vehicles with him because he felt ashamed to be driving a minivan. What? What? Why the hell would you be ashamed to drive a minivan? It's still a vehicle. It still gets you places. And provided you take care of it and do the proper, like, routine maintenance. Well, maybe not you. Maybe you can pay someone else to do it. But, yeah, it'll get you there. As long as you continue taking care of it, of course. He yanked away from Mom, then told me to go F myself and the horse I rode in on. I laughed and pointed out I didn't ride in on anything because I was already home. But his rattle-can horse was waiting for him in the driveway. He flipped his lid again and looked like his head was going to explode. But Mom got in front of him and told him to just go. Then he drove off in his rattle-can Silverado without her. He'd driven her there, then I had to take her home. Wow. Wow, not just an entitled person, a spoiled little brat. Look, I mean, if he wasn't your brother, I'd call that only child syndrome. Just, well, I can do anything I want because I'm the only child. Which, albeit, before my sister was born, I kind of had only child syndrome, and it definitely showed until I said a few words to my mom, and then I woke up a week later. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. While taking her home, I made things very clear with my mother over why I could never trust my brother again, and his life was not my burden to bear. And then told her how little my brother was offering for rent anyway, which he conveniently not told her. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's not that the mom was saying, yes, definitely give it to him for a dirt cheap price. She was like, hey, you're a family, you should move in together. But then probably realizing, wait, that's all he's offering? How the hell are bills going to be paid? Because I'm sure your mom, raising both of you, would realize just how expensive it is living in and maintaining a home and paying all the bills. Then I later rented that same room to one of my best friends for $600 a month, and he pays for utilities. Not bad. The other 2 rooms are my bedroom and a home office. There's an extra room in the separate garage, too, so my mother tried to make me let my brother live in the garage instead. There's enough room in its storage room for a bedroom. Again, I said F no. And that's since been turned into another friend's rented room with a bit of plywood remodel. Yeah, I kind of rented both the spare bedroom and garage room out to friends out of spite, but I wasn't letting my brother live with me in any capacity. Yeah, I don't blame you. My brother later ended up having a complete meltdown in front of our parents over how he's the older brother. He should be the one who owns the house first. That's not always how it works. I mean, between me and my sister, I'm the older one, but she's the one who ended up having kids first. Do I complain and say, oh, since I'm older, I should be having kids first? No. No, well, it's partly because I'm extremely picky about where I put my meat, not just in anything that moves. He's supposed to be successful, and I'm supposed to be the big loser in his shadow. Our dad poked him with his cane and told him that's not how life works, and they had a big argument. They told him to get out and not come back until he's cooled off and learned that he's just being a pointlessly jealous a-hole. Okay, so there's an edit. I came home late to over 600 comments and still more pouring in. Far too many for me to answer, so I'll clear some things up here. Yes, I have no contact with my brother, and he's no contact with the rest of the family as well. I do have cameras inside and outside my home, and a dash cam too. My brother knows this and has stayed the F away since he left town. I'm told I'm an a-hole too. Not arguing that because it's true. I'm not exactly the nicest guy, but have someone like my brother in your life and see how peachy you turn out. Yeah. Some have mentioned to having siblings just like my brother. Sadly, I know very well people like him are increasingly common these days. My dad said a number of times that my brother probably would have ended up dead in an alley if he lived here 50 years ago with the way he behaves. Right? Because a lot of people just, like, if you piss off the wrong person on the wrong day at the wrong moment, they might just end up killing you right on the spot. As for our ages, I'm 30 and my brother is 32. I've not given my parents a spare key to my house. One is with a friend, and another is very cleverly hidden. Oh, like if you get locked out, some kind of like hide a key type thing. Yeah, my house is a manufactured home, but not in a trailer park, and has been significantly modified with new siding and a new roof, and has a separate garage building. The previous owner was a former general contractor, and he loved to build and repair. And yes, I do have good insurance. Oh, okay, well, I wouldn't see how like anything you've said would lead someone to ask if you have good insurance, but wow, I mean, a former general contractor just like building things up would, well, definitely take the time and the dedication to put things exactly how they should be. But hey, if something doesn't look pretty, paint over it. It's easy as that. But anyway, I keep seeing comments about a clock radio. Pardon me for not getting the reference, but I do own a digital alarm clock that has a built-in CD player. Currently plays Tina Turner's Proud Mary to wake me up. Wait, why do people ask you about a clock radio? What the hell? Yeah, well, okay. Personally, I would say, hey, maybe you should, have, maybe switch out the CD every now and again, or or maybe have it play a radio station, because I also have an alarm clock that has a built-in CD player, but it also has radio capabilities. I haven't used the radio in so many years, but, if you have it set to a radio station, at least it's not as though every single morning, at the same exact time, they're going to be playing the same exact song, hopefully. So, if you have it set to a radio station, it'll be a different sound every morning, and you won't get used to being woke up by the same exact sound. But if you use a CD, maybe switch it out, every 2-3 months. That way you're woken up by a different sound. At least that's my personal advice. My brother and I were raised pretty evenly. He was always a jerk, but went full a-hole after moving out. But our mother didn't favor him. She chewed him out plenty. She didn't normally side with his stupidity. She just wanted him to live in a better place than in a camper next to a house filled with potheads. Oh, okay. I can definitely understand now that what mother was trying to do. Addition, my brother willingly moved into that camper. He's renting half a room in that house of potheads. Then convinced the landlord to let him live in his camper on the property for the same price instead. What? You don't even get into the house. What the hell? And he bragged about his camper a lot, which he has a full gaming center in, complete with a PlayStation. He only wanted to invade my house to piss me off and make his cost of living even lower. He also doesn't like camping nearly as much as me. He mainly liked just pissing me off by following me. He loved to make me miserable. In fact, he felt entitled to make me miserable. That's the kind of person he is. Wow. Do I have a restraining order against my brother? Not really. Just don't bother. Because even if I did, it'd only be for like a year, and my brother wouldn't let something like that stop him if he was truly determined anyway. Yeah. A restraining order really is just a piece of paper. Okay, now, the next story. Dog mom Karen not caring about anyone but herself. Okay, I'm a pet groomer in a luxury salon. I come in, set up, and prepare for the day. 10 a.m. rolls around, and my first dog scheduled isn't here. 10 a.m. Give them a call and straight to voicemail. We give clients 15 minutes before no-showing them. This woman arrived at 10:14 and like 50 seconds. Not on a rush, just wandering in on the phone. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, well, let's keep going. Karen, here's a dog name. Okay, I'll check you in. A bit late. Yeah, really. We got busy and didn't brush him for a week, so there might be tangles. Okay, I'll do my best. Oh, and don't brush his teeth. We're getting a dental cleaning in a few days. Okay, wait, what? What does that mean? Me thinking if she doesn't brush her teeth the week of a dentist appointment. And Karen kept getting back on the phone. Here's a photo of what I like. It shows the photo really fast, just... Like, okay, I need to actually see that so I know. But apparently... Alright, I'll get started. When will you be done exactly? About 3-ish hours, that's what was quoted to you. Okay, so takes dog, does haircut and everything. Text owner, we're done at 12:30 p.m. Okay, so so a little after 10, so let's round and say 2 hours instead of 3. Okay, dog proceeds to bark and whine for hours. We can't get a hold of Karen. The kennel space is filled with him, so that's inconvenient, and his extreme anxiety is giving all the other dogs anxiety and giving me a headache. We finally reach at 4 p.m., he calls at 5, and she says she's busy meeting with people all day and will hopefully leave soon, not saying what soon is. Wait, 3 hours, so let's say, then you should be there probably a little after 1. Like, hey, if you're a couple minutes late getting there to pick up your dog, they probably won't say anything. But it's been 6 hours? And what the hell? Mind you, this dog has had no water, no food, no potty breaks. I can't help its policy since I don't know or own this dog. Okay, probably a policy was put in place because some dog was given the wrong food and someone threatened to sue and... Yeah. It's not probably something like that. Karen walks in at 4:30 p.m. She's pissed there was a price increase. Call the owner if you're mad. I just did your dog. Then proceed to be mad that he hasn't pottied all day and I couldn't take him out. We're at a busy street area and I have other dogs here. I'm not risking that liability. This is not daycare. Still got a 20% tip though. Oh, hey, got on the tip and... Karen should have said, hey, I don't know what the policy would be. Maybe Like, hey, if I'm not here by this time, call me. And Karen should be answering her goddamn phone, especially when people call. Wow. The entitlement of some people is just ridiculous. Okay, let's find a couple more shorter stories before I get into my own. Because mine's definitely going to be a bit lengthy. Okay, tonight sucked. I was door dashing tonight and had an order for a popular pizza place in town. This place is both dine-in and carry-out and open late, until about 1 a.m. on weekdays, and make all their pizzas fresh and to order in an open fire oven. Ooh, that sounds tasty. When I'm there, there's 2 cooks working and a manager on break, and the 2 cooks are trying to work through a long list of online orders. These 2 guys walk in at like 12:45 and want to order. And one of the cooks, who I swear can't be older than like 19, tells them that they aren't taking walk-in orders and they just took the last of their online orders. One of the guys starts ranting and yelling, even threatening the kid, then demands he get the manager. The manager comes out, and I'm hoping she'll reinforce what the other cook said and ask him to leave, but no. She takes and makes both of their pizzas, and all the while he's still being loud and disrespectful, talking trash about the kid from before, and even hitting on the manager in a really sleazy way. Okay, managers like this need to stop. Seriously. Like, giving these jackasses that come in and yell at the people who you're supposed to guide and protect them, not let other people belittle them. Because, hey, hell, there was this one time, I was working at Walmart, heard this story kind of secondhand, but essentially someone came in with some kind of gift card that didn't work. And of course, with gift cards, there's like the main barcode that, sets the price, and then another barcode, like on the card itself, that you have to scan the barcode, then the register will say, okay, now scan the specialized barcode just specifically for this gift card so that it can be loaded up. And done. And then it becomes activated. If it's not working, then that means it hasn't been activated. Most likely, someone stole it. Or benefit of the doubt, someone forgot to ring it up. It happens. And the thing is, like, this Karen just, well, it's not working. And even the person at the customer service desk, that's because someone didn't pay for it, which is plainly obvious. And then Karen just goes, well, I want to speak to your manager. So one of the customer service managers comes up, says the same exact thing. Karen just goes, well, I want to speak to your manager. So one of the assistant managers comes up, hears the whole situation, says the same exact thing. Well, I want to speak to a different manager. So a third manager comes up. But this third manager actually just, pays for the card and then sends her on her way. And it's just, what the hell does that say to people who just want to steal something, come in, bitch for a few hours, or, well, maybe not a few hours, bitch for a couple minutes, and yell at people, degrade them, and then, oh, get me the manager will do it for me. That shows that, hey, you can go in and demand things and get your way. Okay, I did try to speak up and tell him how much of an ass he was being, but he snapped at me that I should mind my own business. You're making a scene in a very public restaurant. You're making it everyone's business. Anyway, I'm not good at confrontation or talking back in the heat of the moment, so I eventually just go quiet. Then after he gets his way and the manager starts making his food, he starts talking with another customer who's actually on his side about people biting into other people's business, right in front of me, and calling it Karen behavior. Sure, you're the one mad that a restaurant won't serve you less than 15 minutes before closing, and demanding to speak to a manager, but I'm the Karen. Okay, dude. Maybe instead of yelling at food service workers in the middle of the night, you should be home taking care of your 10 kids they don't shut up about having, like you goddamn Nick Cannon or something. Wow. Yeah, seriously. The manager should have just told them, look, we're closing, so get the hell, if you haven't ordered already, hey, if you're here because you placed an online order, it's not quite ready yet, oh, sorry, let me check on that order, okay, it'll be ready for you soon. But otherwise, yeah, managers really need to stop doing that, because I mean, it's just, it just emboldens entitled people to be more entitled all over the damn place. Okay, one final story before I get into mine. So, no, just no. Okay? I woke up to a chat from my brother asking me to take on my troublemaking niece, 16, female. They are handling her over to me because she doesn't respect them and fights everyone all the time. They think that I will do a better job being a parent to her than them actually doing the work. What makes them think it is okay to do that? I'm already having a crappy week due to work, and now this? Okay. Wow, okay. That's something. Told them no. That is why I did not get married nor have kids, because I don't want the responsibilities. I do love them, but this kind of entitlement tops everything. Really? Okay. Like you not having kids, that's your choice. Me, sometime in the future, you meet the right girl and, things are working out, then yes, I would definitely want to have kids. That's hell, it's one of my non-negotiables. But, like, someone just saying, oh, well, she's not respecting us or listening to us or doing what we say. Okay, you need to find, like, some unique form of punishment that will actually work. And I'm not saying, like, get a baseball bat and beat your kids. No, just, like, instead of, like, taking something away, find a way to, like, permanently delete something that they enjoy. Or throw it away. Like, if it's a physical object, that they don't need to fight. Like, you don't throw away things like glasses or potentially hearing aids or, like, medicine, things like that. Hell, she has, like, a favorite stuffed animal. Just, hey, if you don't behave, I'm gonna start slicing this up with scissors while you're at school, and then I'm gonna, leave it on the kitchen table. That way, it'll be thrown away when you get home. Or, like any digital content, figure out how to find it and then delete it. Easy as that. And, because like my nephew, he was kind of being a little ornery. Like not to the point of, like, complete disrespect, just, like, playing around being a little ornery, and I'm just, okay, you better behave yourself, I'm gonna start deleting your Minecraft saves. And he immediately goes, no, I'll behave. And it was an immediate response. No thinking about it, no hesitation, just, okay, no, I'll behave. And you can tell that, even just threatening something like that, it'll work. ETA, estimated time of arrival? What? I don't know. I tried to enforce rules previously, but I got the saying, you are not the parent, you don't have the right to do that. Then why the hell are you trying to drop someone off with someone who's not allowed to enforce rules? How in the hell does that make sense? Ugh. Yeah. Wow. Again, like, when my nephew was a toddler, still, like, learning, like, hey, what's okay, what's not okay, he tried to, like, use his nails to scratch me. And it, started to leave a mark. Not quite bleeding, but definitely left a mark, so I smacked his hand. He immediately started crying. My sister turns around and goes, what happened? Oh, well, he tried to scratch me, so I smacked his hand. She goes, oh, okay. And goes back to whatever the hell she was doing at the time. I think she was, like, making dinner for him or something. But yeah, it's like, if family can't enforce the rules, why in the hell are you going to drop them off with someone who can't enforce the rules? Niece stayed with me previously, but she stayed way past her curfew, doesn't clean nor help on chores. I am not the parent. It's not my responsibility to parent someone else's kid, even if that someone is my only brother. I've been parentified when I was young by taking care of my younger cousins, so I chose to be child-free. Maybe that's why, because you already had the experience of raising a bunch of kids, and you, like, okay, I was already a kid, I lost out on being a kid. I do not want to go through that entire cycle, essentially hitting restart again. Even if I want to help my brother, my mental health will only suffer because the niece is such a pain. She does not want me to correct her or tell her to do her chores, so why would I want someone who will just be a headache to me? Yeah, exactly. It all boils down to this. I love myself too much that I choose to take care of my mental health than to help my brother. That way I can still help financially without the emotional and mental burden of parenting their kid. Yeah, well, hey, it's good and it's nice that you can help financially when you can. I mean, hell, I do that for my sister plenty of times. But yeah, like you said, it's not your kid, so it's not your responsibility. Now, let me plug my phone in. And then, yeah, wow, okay, definitely plenty of entitled people, and Burnout Karen makes a return. So, wow. Yeah, well, I'm just doing a story on Burnout Karen because I just don't have too many stories to tell in total. I mean, like, as I'm trying to think about, oh, what absolute ridiculous stories have I had before? And yeah, there's plenty when I start thinking about it, but then it's not infinite. So, yeah, and yeah, this was actually the final straw with the burnout, Karen. So, yeah, buckle in, because I have plenty of patience, but once that final straw is plucked, it's like a tidal wave, like a dam bursting. Once the final rock is just out of place, and the entire thing collapses, and a flood just comes on through. Yeah, and for those that missed the previous entitled People Thoughtful Thursday I had, Burnout Karen, at least in relation to my stories, was one of the managers at Wall Hell, who happened to be like the direct salaried supervisor, because there's like hourly and then like salaried people, and then, or no, was she hourly? No, yeah, she was hourly. It was like the final hourly position before like the next step up, which would be salaried, right? Yeah, and she worked 5 days a week, had 2 days off, split days off actually, and those 2 extra days she went to school. Hell, fair enough, because she figured out how to like balance things out. But the burnout of not having any time away from everything and everyone just to completely decompress was getting to her, and it was definitely showing, especially on this particular day. Because I mean, I was working the dairy department, so milk, eggs, yogurt, coffee, creamer, every type of cheese, and well, there's butter and some juices. Actually, yeah, that about covers it. Oh, cookie dough. Yeah, a whole bunch of things. But this like specific day was the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. For those that never worked grocery retail on that holiday weekend, wow, Foster Cluck does not even begin to emphasize just how hammered things get. So I get into the cooler, and immediately I see that there's half of a double truck left from the night before, that was apparently 4 hours late. So hey, night shift didn't have time to work the entire double truck because it was 4 hours late. That's not on the night shift at all. And the milk load from Friday in that particular Saturday was still on pallets. I mean, hell, something that expires as quickly as milk needs to be delivered on, well, several days throughout the week. So, first things first, I go and check just how much milk there is on the shelf. And like the first half of a split second, everything looks pretty okay. Yeah, a little touch up here and there, but nothing too bad. And then I see the whole milk, which, like, from from entering the cooler, it was like, okay, here's the different types of milk, like from skim milk to whole milk. I look at the whole milk, and yeah, I forget the exact number. I want to say about maybe 200 potential gallons can fit on there. And there was less than 20. So less than 10% on the shelf. And what's even more is there's no whole milk like next to where I would slide the gallons of milk in. There's nothing there. So I look at the pallets, and oh boy, there's like the whole milk from the Friday morning is in the middle, and then the whole milk from that Saturday morning is right next to it. So it almost seems as though when the milk was unloaded on Friday morning, the whole milk was the final thing to be put into the cooler. Whereas that Saturday, the whole milk was the first thing to be put in. So it's directly in the middle. I have absolutely no room to maneuver the pallets and get it just the whole milk. So, essentially, I had to start downstacking every single pallet in the way, taking all the milk off. Then, without the milk on it, the pallets are pretty light. Just lift them up and store them under one of the cooler racks, and then that way it's out of the way. Then, get to the next pallet, do the same thing. Now, the way the milk pallets are stacked, like loaded up, the stacks are 3 by 3, so 9 stacks per pallet. The stacks are 5 high each, and each crate has 4 gallons. So let's see, 4 times 5 is, so 20 gallons per stack. Yeah, thankfully, there was a milk cook, and actually finding this image was much easier than I initially thought it would be. Just a quick Google search of find image of milk cook, and oh hey, here it is. And essentially I would just take the handle of the milk cook in one hand, hook the bottom crate, use my free hand to grab the top crate, and slide it off, and then it would drop about 1.5 inches to the ground. Then I would just move the stacks out of the way so that way I could get a little further in, get to the whole milk, which I, was going to desperately need in just a couple minutes. And, it took a while. I don't remember the exact number of pallets I had to downstack in order to get to the whole milk. But the timing, when I finally got the whole milk, was actually quite perfect. Like I was saying, the milk gets stacked from the back and slid kind of, the shelves are kind of slanted. Just slide them down. Simple as that. And just as I'm bringing up the first stack that I could actually get to, there's already a customer on the other side asking, if I have any whole milk. I say, oh yeah, right here. I'll slide down. Please watch your fingers as it goes down. And I was finally able to start filling the shelf. Even doing that as fast as I possibly could, I still had to downstack about 3.5 pallets in their entirety just to fill the whole milk. And I'm just, god damn, that was a lot. And I just had to, just finish that 4th pallet just real quick, and put the stacks next to the back of the shelf, so that way, when I come back and inevitably need to stock whole milk again, I don't have to run back and forth between the pallet and the shelves, And I even did a 5th pallet, just to make my job, later coming back in, that much easier. Work smarter, not harder. So, once I was done with that, I was able to breathe a bit of a sigh of relief, and because of how, the things were angled in the apartment, I could look out the milk doors and see the eggshells, which is another top seller in the dairy department. And the thing was an absolute mess, so I'm just, okay, crack my neck, time to get on eggs. I'm gonna take a large cart out and fix things up to make it look better, because it looked an absolute mess, and I could see that. Now, as I'm heading to the cooler racks full of eggs, so that I can load up a cart, head out, who on earth would come storming in? Yep, you guessed it, Burnout Karen. And without any hesitation, without trying to use a nice tone or ask for some context as to why I'm downstacking the milk instead of doing eggs, she immediately starts trying to lay into me. What are you doing? Downstacking the milk is not your job. That's supposed to be done on the swing shift. You need to get on the floor and get on the eggs immediately. I beg your pardon? Who in the ever-living hell do you think you are, talking to anybody like that? Especially when you have absolutely no context as to what in the hell is going on in this room, and the swing shift from the day before obviously didn't downstack the milk. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to. I'd be happy to just, okay, let's start with what's already downstacked. If I need more, I'll get it later, but yeah, that obviously didn't happen. And I do not know where on earth she was all goddamn morning, but sure as it wasn't in the dairy department, I can tell you that. Now, before I continue, just a quick little thing. Something about me is I have a really dark sense of humor. I mean, I've had people tell me that they are going to hell just for hearing some of the things that come out of my mouth. I mean, hell, if you've ever seen stand-up, whether like in clips or maybe full length from either Jimmy Carr or Frankie Boyle, you can pretty much get where my sense of humor falls. Yeah, pretty out there area, so to say. To say I've gotten a number of side-eye glances of people going, "What was that?" You're saying that I've gotten a few would be an understatement. Yeah, however, and thankfully, there is a conscience, I guess, or I call it my voice of reason, that prevents me from acting on certain intrusive thoughts. Keep in mind, as Burnout Karen comes in to yell at me, I'm still holding on to the milk hook in my hand. And it's not super heavy, but it is a solid metal object. And so Burnout Karen storms in and attempting to lay into me. The first intrusive thought in my head was just, okay, I'm going to grab this thing and bash her upside the head. And as she falls to the ground, I'm going to continue bashing her skull until she stops twitching. Thankfully, as I said, there is a voice of reason in the back of my head that will help stop me from acting on my intrusive thoughts. Wait, hold on, no, stop. You will not do well in prison. You will not do well in prison. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, and second thing, the second thing to run through my head was just, okay, I'm gonna lift this milk hook, let it drop and ring out on the concrete floor, give her the bird from both my hands, and give a little quick, you this place, everything, I quit. And then the voice of reason pops up again. Okay, that is certainly better, but you don't have another job lined up quite yet, so maybe not that. Okay, fine, I'm not doing that either. Because this story takes place right near the end of my 3.5 years of working wall hell. And I was searching for a different job, not like excessively. I would fill out one job application and attach my resume to one job posting per week. If I didn't get a call, then I'd fill out another one, because personally, I see the whole calling places to say, hey, I sent in my application, did you receive it? I honestly see that as more annoying than initiative taking. And hell, the way I figure it is hey, I have a job already. If you want me to come and work for you, then you need to call me, because I'm probably busy working. And I had been doing that for about, 4 or 5 weeks at that point. And I didn't have any luck at that point, but like, and this is all taking place in that split second between her trying to yell at me and my response. So I kind of made a deal with my voice of reason. I'm just, okay, well, if I can't quit my job right now, then it's going to be, starting tonight, I'm going to be filling out 2 job applications every single night. If I don't get a call the next day, I'm filling out 2 more. And my voice of reason just agreed with that. So the third thing to run through my mind was just, I'm not going to sit here and let you berate me for doing my damn job. You want to yell at me for doing what I need to do in order to make sure my job is done? I'm going to yell at you right back. Now, of course, the voice of reason has absolutely no influence over what comes out of my mouth. Yeah, actions, but words, not so much. And as I started like just talking back, my voice got increasingly louder and more aggressive with every syllable. Excuse me? Actually, downstacking the milk was a priority. I had absolutely no whole milk on the shelf, no whole milk to put to the shelf. The only way to get to it was to downstack every single goddamn pallet in the way. Now, I wasn't exactly standing in front of a mirror, so I couldn't see myself exactly. But I could tell just how aggressive, at least that I came off, because she took a full step back from me. Well, you need to go out there and get on the eggs. Well, I'm done with the milk for now, and I was just about to get on that. Nice timing. Now, of course, the rest of the day was expectedly busy, being a holiday weekend, but it really wasn't too much more than I could handle. Especially without Burnout Karen breathing down my neck every 5 minutes. And the best part of that interaction is that Burnout Karen didn't say more than 3 words to me before I ended up quitting. I mean, hell, I did go home that night, filled out 2 job applications. But of course, working in the dairy department and such, essentially inside a giant refrigerator with insulation and ceiling and the fans and whatever the hell. I don't know the science behind how it works. I just know it works. And it's like any potential calls that I would get, it's not that I was ducking the calls, it's just they couldn't get through. And I actually did get a voicemail like the next day after that incident, and I didn't realize until I finally got home, and I'm just, when the hell no missed call, but a voice, oh, alright, no signal. And, it was past the normal HR hours, so, okay, I figured, tomorrow morning, I'll give them a call so that I can set up an interview and go from there. And, like, the day after the interview, I put in my 2 weeks' notice. And it was the best goddamn decision I could have ever made. After all, the job that I applied to the night of the incident, and then called me back the next day, was the rent-a-cop job that, hell, I'm still working to this day. And by the time this comes out, yeah, I'll be closing in, like, a couple weeks. A couple weeks will be 9 years since I quit the absolute torment of working Walmart. And hell, I actually make more than twice the hourly rate compared to the little pittance that Walmart spits out. It's not quite 3 times as much. It's like partway between twice and 3 times, but not quite 3 times. Yeah, trust me, don't ever work Walmart, no matter what you're being offered, because not only are the hours crap, the pay is crappier, and the management just treats you worse than dog shit. Finally, let's get into some comment shoutouts. Okay, starting from where I left off last time, let's go into, okay. Here, so we're, starting off once again is Frizetti. This time, Wild Wednesday 2, why only Pikachu said its name in the games. From Proto Mario, Frizetti saying, I love your commentary. Well, thank you for that. That was when I was still figuring out, like, what I was doing and, like, how to do things, but, hell, like, go through things, and yeah, you make mistakes, but at least you learn. Okay, then, so we have, Frizetti. This time on, Wild Wednesday, Pokemon, no, not Wild Wednesday, but Pokemon First Gen PokeTalk 14 Payday Training. PokeTalk time. Yes. See, by the time this comes out, I think there's, one more PokeTalk? I think it's one more PokeTalk. Then, back to the core games, like finally making from Fuchsia City to Cinnabar Island properly and fighting all the trainers along the way. Yeah, look forward to that. Okay, then we have a Snorlaxer leaving a comment on, Wild Wednesday 23, Pokemon Theory, Bill didn't make the PC, saying a good commentary of the theory you carried. Yes, well, thank you for that. The last Wild Wednesday I did was that I did just yesterday, or this is the day before. I did it a little while ago. Wow, I'm gonna be so glad to get back to Proto Mario, unless of course things change or there's a different suggestion. Yeah. Then let's see, Frizetti, this time on Thoughtful Thursday 18, entitled People Stories, saying, I see why you wouldn't want to give everyone Surf. Makes sense. Yeah, but like I said, super powerful, but if everyone has it, then it's kind of dull at that point. Okay, so apparently there was a reply I missed from Charles Percy a while back, because I don't remember ever seeing a notification for it. Thanks, YouTube. But, so... Yeah, there was a comment from Charles Percy that I responded to, because... Right, I would have already given a link to the Thoughtful Thursday where I shouted out comments on a different comment, and then just, giving hearts and maybe a quick response to other comments that I've also shouted out in a Thoughtful Thursday. And, there was Thoughtful Thursday 15, the anniversary, 2 years to 3 years. And, let's see, Charles Percy's reply was, no problem, wait till you make it, or can't wait till you make it big someday. Saying, it's a slow climb, but I'm not faking it, and I'm not giving my money to scam artists in order to try and make it big or anything like that. So, so now we have Yetiya on Thoughtful Thursday 18, the first entitled People Stories. Yetiya saying, always love these Wild Wednesdays and Thoughtful Thursdays. Well, thank you. I do them once a month just to, make sure my time is free enough to get other things done. Doesn't always work out every single week, but I try, at least. Then, Yetiya again, this time on the Super Mario World Supercut, saying, awesome, this will get me through my breaks at work next week. Okay, well, awesome. That was, 5.5 hours or something like that, and then the Conker's Bad Fur Day, which, well, I didn't plan to take 2 months off from streaming, but it happened. Conker's Bad Fur Day Supercut ended up being, 8.5 hours, just, goddamn. Fun times, and eventually the, Super Mario World Supercuts will come out, and then Pokemon First Gen, well, so far I've got 6 parts. Honestly, I'm probably looking at anywhere from 12 to 14. I don't know exactly, but eventually, one of these days I'll finish all the Pokemon First Gen Supercuts, then I can breathe a sigh of relief there. Hopefully get the Secret 6th game done before Intermediary Vlog 5 has to come out. Get that massive project done. Hopefully. It might not happen. Alright, I've got... Every single week is another week closer to when Intermediary Vlog 5 has to come out. I might have to change it. I might have to. But, well, I'll see once I eventually get there. Well, let me move on before I start rambling on. Yeah, another comment from Frizetti. This time on Pokemon First Gen, Stadium Bonus, Episode 8, another quick victory. Love this stadium content we're getting. Hey, awesome. Now, by the time this comes out, all the stadium content for now has been done. It'll be after the final core episodes of grinding the Elite Four over and over and over again. Then, the final PokeTalk. Then, the final 4 stadium episodes. Then the finale. It's still a long ways out, but it's coming. It's coming. I mean, when I look at it as, okay, how many episodes I have left, I have a lot, but when I look at how much time I have left to try and finish the Secret 6th game within enough time to get that massive project done, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on how well my records go, because I've already had to re-record an episode. There was some weird audio echo. I was trying to just open a door, and it went chung chung chung. What the hell? And as I've gone through more of the video in the editor, chung 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 chung. God damn it! It's supposed to be chung 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 chung, not a double audio. So I had to re-record that episode. I actually did things a little differently, but yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Yeah, and okay, so we have a first time commenting is Bomber625 on Pokemon First Gen, Stadium Bonus Episode 8. Another quick victory. Gem Leader Castle. That takes me back. It was well, honestly, I'm kind of lucky with how I was able to get through the whole thing in one record, because, let's see, a Stadium Rant. I think a Stadium Rant PokeTalk just came out a little while ago. Maybe a couple weeks ago, but, that was, well, by the time this comes out, you already know the story, so, it was kind of ridiculous. Then, right, so, after taking all the screenshots for all those comments, my previous hard drive just crapped out on me. I was able to recover most of the data. Well, actually, there are certain things that I have to redo, like I have to re-download all the games on Steam and Epic Games, and I was hoping they could mirror the install, but I guess because the old drive just crapped out so horribly, they couldn't mirror the install. It's just, god damn it. Well, you know what? Whatever. So, I had to wait, almost 2 weeks to get my hard drive back, so that way I could get more screenshots of more comments just in time for this Thoughtful Thursday. And I've, kind of cut it close, but, okay, so, again, I have another comment from Frizetti on, this time, Pokemon First Gen PokeTalk 15, the final trades. Frizetti says, another great PokeTalk. Well, thank you. Glad you enjoyed them. And then, first comment from the Guy Bro. On Pokemon First Gen PokeTalk 15, the final trades, saying, yo, you've got nice teeth. Those aren't veneers, are they? Hold on, because I had no time to look up what... I just took screenshots and ran with it. What on earth are veneers? Oh, okay. So, dental veneers are custom-made shells that fit over the front surfaces of your teeth. They conceal cracks, chips, stains, and other cosmetic imperfections. Veneers are one of the most common cosmetic dentistry treatments. There are several types of veneers available depending on your specific goals. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Okay, now I know what veneers are. And to answer your question, no. No, I do not. Okay, well, but thank you for the compliment. Then we have, yeah, top fan, Icy Roserod finally makes a return. With a comment on, Pokemon First Gen Stadium Bonus Episode 9, the suggested gym order, saying Koga's my favorite gym leader. Okay. I don't really have a favorite gym leader, except, I don't know, it'd be kind of a flip-up between Misty and Brock, but I think the anime definitely had a lot of influence on that, just watching it as a kid. Then, the, uh, a first comment from the Bridge Bike Gang on, um, yeah, Pokemon First Gen, Stadium Bonus Episode 9, the suggested gym order, saying, I like your Pokemon names, nice Bleach references. Yes, well, thank you. When I started nicknaming, honestly, Bleach was just kind of the first thing that came to mind for either just how the Pokemon look or the description a few times. And, like, moving into second gen, a lot of names will definitely carry over, but others may not. They might have to, like, switch around, change, and like, honestly, with as many new Pokemon are introduced, I'll definitely have to change a handful of them, or rather, not change a handful, but I'll have to, like, start looking outside of Bleach. Just, I don't know, what other names can I come up with? Then we have another first comment from the astounding Mandy on the Pokemon First Gen, episode 53, the ultimate catching montage, with the astounding Mandy saying Seafoam Islands is the worst. I hate the encounter rates. Oh dear God. Yeah, it's always those like the grassy areas, whether it's in Viridian Forest or outside one of the cities, always seems to have such a low encounter rate compared to inside areas, whether it's inside of one of the buildings, like the Pokemon Tower, the power plant, the Pokemon Mansion, and all the different caves, like Rock Tunnel, Diglett's Cave, Seafoam Islands, the Unknown Dungeon. Is that it? Oh, right, Victory Road, too. And it's just, God, the encounter rate, it's like I cannot take 2 steps without another encounter. It's just, can I have a break for 2 minutes here? Nope, can't. Yeah, but then, let's see, leaving a comment on, Pokemon First Gen, PokeTalk 16, the TMs of past and present, Frizetti says, great PokeTalk. Well, thank you. And, okay, so the last comment, for now, for this Thoughtful Thursday at least, last but definitely not least, top fan Wei Chun also makes a return, leaving 4 sunglasses emojis on, Pokemon First Gen, PokeTalk 16, TMs of past and present. Yeah, well, thank you for that. And yeah, like I said, that is all the comments for now, at least that I see. I'm not perfect. I might have missed something, or YouTube has shadow banned someone, which really wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I will definitely see. I'll definitely see you in the next one. So if you have any suggestions for a Thoughtful Thursday, I mean, I could probably have a few entitled people, a few more tales from retail, or a couple of few. I'm not sure the exact number of how many I'll have, for at least for my own stories in the future. But any suggestions for a Thoughtful Thursday, put in the comment section down below. I'll give it a quick look, and if I can talk about it, then I'll do a Thoughtful Thursday on it sometime in the future. And I'll see you there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell so you can always be notified whenever I upload another video. And of course, have fun.